we are going to rebuild this country and ensure that every forgotten community has the bright future it deserves. And by the way, those communities are forgotten no longer. Our economy is now strong. Thousands of jobs, renegotiating trade deals, and businesses are more optimistic than ever before.
The front line of climate change and sea level rise, a place where the coast is washing away at an amazing rate.
Rising water could swallow more land if nothing is done to address damage caused by climate change and commercial activity.
And say it's time to stop talking about the problem and actually start doing something about it.
Southern Louisiana has lost, on average, a football field of land every hour between 1932 and 2010. And sea level rise isn't letting up anytime soon. But as wetlands are disappearing, so is an industry that's vital to the bayou's way of life.
At one time in this community, if you didn't work in the oil field, you worked in the shrimp industry.
Okay, go ahead and run it.
For generations, David Chauvin's family made a good living catching shrimp.
Right out of high school, I was a commercial fisherman. This is more than something that you do for a living. It's a heritage. This is a culture.
But over time, David and his wife, Kim, have seen that culture threatened.
When I look around here, I see a lot of change. When we have high abundance of imports, it just depresses the price.
What I think is the #1 thing that has changed this industry, imports.
Kim and David say everything changed for their community around 2000, after then-President Bill Clinton signed the China Trade Bill into effect. This bill slashed Chinese tariffs on a wide range of farm and industrial products coming into the U.S. Imported shrimp could now be priced significantly lower than those of U.S. domestic shrimpers. As a result, Louisiana shrimping communities took a hit.
There are so many people that lost everything, from boats to houses, vehicles, jobs, everything.
It was more important to import shrimp into this country for people to make a quick buck than it was to keep somebody that provides so much in this community.
I mean, we came in on a 70-footer with a boatload of shrimp and made nothing to the cruise share that year. And my husband said, no, something's wrong with this picture.
It's only because of the resiliency of the people that live here that we're able to still keep going. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call and get some current prices and base my selling price on that. You know, I'm glad you put that bug in my ear. Well, I thought Trump bailed out of the Paris Agreement. I figured it would have went the opposite way.
Now, Kim and David hold out hope for their industry.
Exactly. Hey, write him a check for this, sweetie.
They lobby in Washington, D.C. every year for a border tax on imports, the appointment of a seafood trade negotiator, and other demands. This year, they say things felt different under the Trump administration.
There was a lot of hope when we went because of his America First part.
From now on, it's going to be America first. America will be first again.
It's kind of changed our way of thinking that we're doomed.
While there's hope that Trump's trade policies will revive coastal Louisiana communities, the Trump administration has also proposed devastating rollbacks to Louisiana coastal protections. East of Kim and David's seafood company is Montague, Louisiana, where community members have gathered to discuss another issue that's threatening the bayous: coastal erosion.
We want to have a conversation. That conversation is centered around what you all believe is the future of your community, your parish, and your state as a whole.
If you know of issues where there's regular flooding, put a purple circle on that.
All these bays and lakes and everything, they're all gone. The names are gone. They pulled them off the maps because they no longer exist. I hate to say it, but that's what I see for us in 50 years.
If you start flooding more times, all these people are going to move out of here. You know, and then you lose the Cajun heritage, you lose All way of life, you use the shrimping industry, you lose the oyster and the crab.
It's just depleting right so fast that where we at and where he's living, it's going to be gone.
I don't feel hopeless, but I don't feel hopeful.
The Gulf of Mexico Energy Security Act would have helped to combat coastal erosion. Signed into law by former President George W. Bush in 2006, the law shared offshore oil and gas revenue across the Gulf states. It provided Louisiana with up to $140 million a year for coastal restoration projects. But the Trump administration's proposed budget repeals the act and strips Louisiana of funding that would have gone towards saving the state's sinking coastline.
I see the lake creeping in to some people's backyards. That's a little scary because I don't know what it's going to be for my grandchildren. 20, 30 years from now, I hope and pray, I would think that there's still going to be an industry.
Yeah, tell Deckhand put more ice next time, boy.
We are a forgotten part of the country. If the United States could recognize how vital South Louisiana is to the nation, we would be better off for it.